Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, Miss Brittany Grinner's appeal was denied by the Russian courts, and that means she will be part of the new team in the penitentiary, and she will have a 9-year contract with them unless the United States of America will do anything in its power to release her, because she's such a important person, and we need to use any kind of, maybe we send the Green Berets over there to get her out. The thing is, I'm sorry for her. I think 9 years for her crime is way too much, but that's the law. When you enter a house or you enter a country, it's your duty to know the laws. There are some few words here, few terms that I really take issue with, coming from her and coming from the United States of America's leadership, which I think is misleading, misguiding, and very weasel-like. And I don't think it's honest and not fair. True. Let's put it straight. So this article comes from, you find it in many locations. I got it from GMA. It's from October 25th, 2022. Russian court denies Brittany Grinner appeal of 9-year prison sentence. So the cannabis girl is screwed. Well, she is facing 9 years in a Russian prison on drug charges. So Grinner appeared virtually at her appeal hearing on Tuesday and urged the court to reassess her sentence, saying that the people found guilty of lesser crimes were given shorter sentence. In America, this is you are singling me out. That's what it is when you screw up something here in the United States. You say you are singling me out. And well, if the law, I mean, you can say, well, the charges, but do you know each and every investigation, do you know every court procedure? Probably something like this happened, but it's at discretion of the judge to dispense justice. So what are you going to do about it? I'm pretty sure they wanted to make set an example out of her. I'm not, an idiot. I know that. Probably that's why they give her 9 years, so she can, freak out. So I'm quoting the cannabis girl. I beg that the court takes in all the stakes that was overlooked in the first court and reassess my sentence here, Grinner said, apologizing for her mistake and saying that it has been traumatic to be away from her family. Like this, I commit a crime. Let's say I rape, your wife. And then I get charged, I get convicted, and I go to prison. And then I beg you, in the name of me and my experience being very traumatic, being away from my family. Now this is what she says. What would you do? You say, okay, my bad. Go over there, go home, Emil, and relax with your family. Okay, I forgive you. Really. That's basically what she says. That's the way I take it. Obviously, I exaggerate it so you can see how ridiculous this argument is. So, well, let's see. It says here that 17th, she returned to Russia to play during the WNBA off-season after she was accused of having vape cartridges containing hashish oil, which is illegal in the country. You should have known. That's your duty. I mean, I can't just put a bazooka and don't know if, let's say, the state of Illinois doesn't recognize my right to carry a bazooka with me. So, Grinner pleaded guilty to drug charges in July, saying that the vape cartridges containing hashish oil were in her luggage mistakenly. Well, obviously there was a mistake, but you see, you can get penalized for certain things for mistakenly doing that. For instance, let's say I'm driving a car and I'm going on a street. I drive, let's say, 150 miles per hour. The cops stop me and say, hey, here is 55. Why do you drive 1,000 miles per hour? Oh, my bad, my mistake, sorry. That's okay, see you later, ciao. And the cop would say, yeah, okay, it was a mistake. Don't do it again, please. And I would say, yes, I promise. Is that how it goes? If you break the law mistakenly of your mistake, you still broke the law. It's unfortunate, but here I'm going to give you another American thing. Usually with the children. The children, when they screw up in kindergarten or in school, they say, I mistakenly did this. Or, apparently I did this. Apparently. No, you fucking did it. Not apparently. That's one thing that the kids will tell you. And the other one, as I said, oh, I made a mistake and you're supposed to, oh, because I acknowledge I made a mistake because of my ignorance or simply I didn't care, I should be absolved of that crime. This is the logic. So this is directed towards the American audience. And all those arguments, when people will read them here in the United States, a lot of them will see nothing that I saw. Nothing. They will say, yeah, I made a mistake, man. What do you want? All right, let's move on. So then she was, let's see what happened to her. There were some obviously negotiations between the United States and Russia to have her released. And she was sentenced on August 4th for 9 years, to 9 years in prison. And then an appeal was filed on the 15th, the next day, and she's very much hopeful for the appeal because the first court decision, the verdict, showed that the case is totally unjust, even by present Russian standards, and we are not hoping for a big release, but of course we hope for the best. Well, good. Now, here, this is another thing that's very important. The US government classified Grinner's case on May 3rd as wrongfully detained, meaning that the US will more aggressively work to negotiate her release even as the legal case against her plays out, the State Department has said. So the United States determined that she was wrongfully detained. Now how? How can you say it was wrongfully? Was that your luggage? Yes. Is this you? Yes. You together? Yes. Let's open your luggage. Oh, is that yours? Oh, my bad. Well, what is wrongfully detained here? You committed a crime. Where is the wrongful detainment here? Now, as I give this example, I fly from, let's say, from a different part of the world, and I have in my luggage a big bazooka, all right, and it's folded, clonk, and I have some little projectiles for my bazooka in my luggage. And I show up at, let's say, JFK in New York, right? And when I get over there, they say, hey, Emil, what's up with this one? And I say, oh, what do you mean? Well, it's illegal. Oh, I didn't know, my bad, okay? I say, okay, Emil, we're gonna keep this and you can just walk inside the United States and you're all A-okay. Do you think that's the way I am going to be treated? And I'm exaggerating so I can make it so ridiculous as possible so even tards can see it. You know what I mean? So what do you think will happen to me? And then after I get detained is going to consider that an wrongful or illegal detainment of Emil Kosman, who had a bazooka in his luggage, where bazookas are not allowed in that country, are illegal. Where is the wrongful detainment? Can you tell me? Where is it? So remember, this is the person. I don't think she should go 9 years. For that, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months in a whatever, you know, community services, clean some streets and wipe some asses of some whatever. You know what I mean? That's what you should do. But that's me. A punishment should be distributed here. So she has to be punished for that. For the attempt, Makar, at least, right? But imagine that they don't even look at it like that. They look at, no, there should be nothing. It's wrong. Now, these guys are smart people. Now, if they put this issue on this little bracket and they termed it like wrongful detainment or whatever, imagine that you are going to be at the receiving end with these guys. If they will look at you and say, whatever evidence you will bring, they would say that's not evidence. Because they say something that's clearly a lawful detainment of this person, who, as I said, I'm sorry for her. I'm using her just to show how corrupt these guys are and how unjust they are. But imagine you are at the receiving end with those guys, and you present evidence, and you present this, and they don't take it. They say, we don't accept that. That's not evidence. What are you going to do? Based on the same they use for Grinner. I'm sorry for the Cannabis girl. She's got a 9-year contract, but I think within 6 months to a year, to most a year, she's going to be back in the United States and she's going to become a billionaire. I guarantee you that, because she's going to be everywhere, TV, she's going to make movies about her, she's going to tell us all the experience, which I think is bad, and it's going to be even worse if she goes to the penitentiary and all that. And then she's going to write a few books with some lawyers, and those will be sellouts, and then she's going to be a, I don't know, Pulitzer Prize winner for an experience that she committed as a criminal. That's a crime, she becomes a criminal. If you get convicted for a crime, you are a criminal. Let's use the right terms. Don't hide behind, big asses here. So, and she's going to become a billionaire for her 1-year experience in that. I would do it. I would go, I would come, I say, hey guys, here is my cannabis. Give me 9 years. And after a year, United States gets me back. Will use whatever methods, and when I come back here, even if my ass is going to be blown in prison, okay, or whatever, I'm going to come back here, I'm going to write a few books, I'm going to make some little presentations and some commercials on cannabis, and then I'll be a billionaire. For that, I would do it. Just give me the contract, and I'm ready to go. I'm going to buy my own plane ticket to Russia right now. So I'm not saying, I'm just, making it funny, but really, this versus billionaire, 1 year of that, I take it. But that's me. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.